105.3 worldwide at WDAS-FM.com. Hit us up.
WDAS-FM. We absolutely love it when we have company, but we love it when one of our own comes to our studios to visit. And Lee Daniels is here. It is all about Empire. I mean, it is all about Empire. This is my Cookie shirt. I love the character Cookie so much.
I gotta take a picture of that and send it to Taraji. It's very.
Look, I'm showing some skin.
Cookie.
We got a little leopard.
Casey, take a picture of that.
In honor of Cookie, because I absolutely love this character. I love this show. Let's talk about you bringing this to television. Of course, we know the movies. When you think of Precious, when you think of The Butler, when you think of Shadow Boxer, of course, Oscar-winning Monsters Ball, you know how to push the envelope. So you bring this project to television, and you're pushing it on TV.
Yeah, can you believe they let me on TV? They were crazy to let my ass on TV. My partner who helped me write The Butler, Danny Strong, said, let's do something. Let's make another movie and take off from where we left off with The Butler with the African American community. And so we both liked King Lear, and we both liked Lion in the Winter. So he said, do you want to do a story reflecting your life and the African American experience through music, hip hop? And I was like, give it some thought. And then I slept on it. I go, no, I want to make some money, because we go from movie to movie. Really, people think that I'm this gazillionaire with it, but I got 2 kids in college. It's, I make a decent living, but TV is crazy money.
Yeah.
So I said, I want to make some money. So, I said, I want to do it on TV. And if we can do it as a musical, then great. And so, but then I went to my kids and they were like, Dad, you don't know nothing about no hip hop. They're 19. And they were like, what? You know about Diana Ross, you know about Donna Summer, maybe a little Beyonce. What do you know about hip hop? Which I didn't. I said, what do I got to do? They said, you should know Timberland. I said, well, who is that? And they said, well, okay. So he knew me. So I called him up out of the blue, cold. I said, here's the pitch. What do you have? He came in 2 days later, gave me exquisite music, and the rest is history.
Wow, it is an amazing story. Let's talk about the casting. You've got Terrence Howard. You've got Taraji P. Henson. 3 wonderful sons. You're bringing us new faces where people will be like, oh my gosh, well, who is that and who is that? How was the casting and putting this together when you thought of this whole thing with Empire? Did you know that Terrence Howard was the person that you wanted to be the leader? Who was the first character that popped in?
Wesley Snipes was going to. We were in negotiations with Wesley Snipes because I wanted to really bring him back, and Terrence and I were looking for something to do together. Terrence and I are both Philadelphians. We became very good friends on The Butler. He was Oprah's lover on The Butler, and we were thinking about doing the Marvin Gaye story. We were thinking about doing this Italian story in Italy. We both wanted to go to Italy to shoot a film. Black people in Italy, we ain't seen that.
Yeah.
And so, but I didn't think he wanted to do TV. I just didn't think that was his medium. Taraji, I knew, had already done some television, and she was my first choice. So I was interviewing her, and for the job, and she was like, "Well, I'm interested in it, but only if Terrence Howard does it." And I was like, "You ain't got the job yet to be making these demands." And then I realized, oh my God, that's Cookie, because only Cookie could say some stuff like that and get away with it. So I realized I'd had my Cookie, but I said, but Terrence isn't going to do. Terrence ain't messing with TV. And so I called him thinking that he wouldn't do it. And in fact, he said yes. He said, so they screen tested, and it was bombastic. It was God had parted the seas and said, oh my God, these guys are back together. And so the rest is history. And then the boys, Yaz is from Philadelphia.
Yes.
It's so great to work with Discoveries. And so he's a local Philadelphian, and he already won my heart. It was his first time on a plane. He flew out to test. It's Cinderella. It's crazy. He flew out. We couldn't find the kid. He wanted a rapper. We were interviewing with thousands of kids. And my sister's daughter said, you got to check out this guy. and he was a local Philadelphian rapper, and he flew out first time on a plane, came in, auditioned, tested, got the job that day. He made up something in 20 seconds, and I was like, "That's the kid. Hire him." And Fox approved him, and it was almost like casting Precious. It was like a discovery. So it was very exciting. And then Jussie Smollett is part of the Smollett family. Journey's brother. He had done something a long time ago, and he plays the other brother, the gay brother. And then you have Trey Byers, who's also in Selma, one of my favorite movies of the year that I was supposed to direct. He is from Yale School of Drama. It's an incredible Malik Yoba, Gabourey Sidibe. I brought back from Precious.
You brought her back.
I brought my teammate, and it's great. And what's so great, Patty, is that I'm not sure what is more exciting. What is more exciting is that having my story told, or having African Americans behind the scenes writing them, and directing them. Debbie Allen, John Singleton,
Mario Van Peebles.
The list is on, that are behind the scenes and that are able to tell my story. God is good.
All the time. Let's talk about, I love the show. You've had criticism. You're pushing the envelope. Let's talk about the language. Wait a minute. You
ain't seeing criticism till you've seen episode 2.
Oh, my gosh.
Because we coming at you.
Okay. The use of the F word.
Yes. Which one?
That the F word? F that ends with a T. I don't want to say it.
That ends with a T?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was going to say the one that ends with the F. The K. That ends with the K.
No.
You ain't got to episode 4.
Oh, okay. How were you able to push that? Because I've heard people say,
yes,
well, why do we have to be portrayed like that? And I was trying to tell somebody, I said, it may not be our life, but it is a life. I love the character Cookie because there is a little cookie in all of us.
Absolutely.
There is a little cookie.
Cookie is my sister. Cookie is my auntie. Cookie's my best friend. Cookie is a combination of every black woman that I have ever. Look, I write for women.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame I'm gay because I love women, and because they are smarter than men. They think in a way that men don't think. They're always a step ahead of us, and they're beautiful, especially African American women. They're just so complicated, and their struggle is so beautiful, and they're mothers, and they are everything to me. And so Cookie is very complicated. But to get back to your question, I don't want to seg away from it. Your specific
we were talking about the criticism.
Well, the criticism is that why show, why depict, why is she saying that word? And I think she's earned the right to say that word because she loves her son unconditionally. And I think that the word it's almost like the N word. I think that those that own that word, you can say that word in the dearest term of endearment. And people that can say that F word can say it in the dearest term of endearment. So it's all in the execution of the word. And I think that, look, here's the bottom line. I think we've shared this before. I was doing Precious. And when we were doing Precious, I went into the gay men's health crises to do my homework. I do homework and research for anything that I do before I go into the world of making the film. And I found that in this world, in the Gay Men's Health Crisis Center in New York City, that there were I went in thinking that there were going to be gay men in there. There were not. Patty, there were nothing but black women and babies with HIV and AIDS. This is no longer a gay disease. This is a disease that is killing our women. And the reason that it's killing our women is because your pastor says, your best friend says, your daddy say, your teacher say, your homeboy say, you can't be gay. So you're on the DL. And I ain't gonna hate you on the DL because you're living in fear. You're living in fear because the African American culture says you cannot be a sissy. You cannot be gay. Well, guess what? That is killing black women. And we have got to get back. This, to me, is the civil rights movement of today. And so all of my work has been about living in the truth, and telling the truth. I will live in the truth and I will die in the truth, because the truth will set you free, as my mom has said. And so I think that the message here is that we have to grow. We have to grow. I know that it's hard being an African-American man. Look, we're living in difficult times right now. It's difficult to be African-American. Why do you want to be gay on top of it all? It is what it is, and we've got to embrace it. And hopefully this show will educate the African-American community, because everybody else is hip to it. Get with the program.
Empire airs Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock
Tonight,
on Fox.
baby.
We've got more with Lee Daniels coming up.